Run on rhythm. Dedication to our families: Juanita, Javante, Hazel, Chloe, Zoe, Dwight, and Cassandra, Paige, Chandler, Oliver, our Peace Branch, Tia Beanie, Maria Beanie, De La Rochambeau Doglets, and Sully. Rest in peace. Our reason, our why, our strength, love to each other. Brothers by choice. Iron, sharpening iron. To everyone who's been labeled, overlooked, or underestimated. This is your playbook. You wrote this. You just shared it with us. We tried to put it together to honor you. May these pages give you the confidence to take the big steps. Keep the hustle hot. Keep your feet on the street with your head held high. Let us take our first steps together. Let us take our first steps together and turn preparation into performance and into unlimited prosperity. And if I could say it this way, when we build a better map of our world, we come to understand each other. Our experience is lived in here. We don't see all that's going on out here all the time. There's too much. The light goes by too fast. But in many ways, we're able to stay ahead of it. Literally the light. We lead a target. We cross a street. We play video games. Before the light lights up, we get there. On DDR, Dance Dance Revolution. Fusion Frenzy, we duck, we jump. How do we predict so well? When we understand the patterns. What patterns? Duck, jump. What's the rate of the state changing? Speed running video games. How do you find the Easter eggs? When do you know you should just get through a level versus when you should look around and be curious? Well, as I see it, as many do, we are connected with rhythm. And we run on solar. Our planet runs on solar. Our food is created with solar. We rise and set most naturally with the solar cycle. Cicadas, many of nature's phenomena, have a seeming clear linkage to the measurable ebbs and flows of the energy of the induction of the sun. As the sun induces its energy through our universe, it's giving rise to this book, to the trees that were the paper, to the dirt that tree took root in. The induction created the seed. The induction is the substrate, the DNA of that seed and of a human in two parts: an egg and a sperm, a seed in two pieces. Waiting for what? Not the right time, not the right time, the right vector, the right experiences to come together. Two people that can predict the world, two people that can predict each other. Why do we need to predict? Because life's moving fast. Life is moving fast. The planet's moving fast. The whole galaxy is moving fast. We are moving fast. Yet we experience it as being still. Our lived experience is different than what we can measure going on in our universe. Our lived experience is different than what we can measure going on in our world. We don't all watch the same exact news the same exact way. Our lived experiences is different than how our neighbors come to talk about the same block, based on, not time, vectors. Who was here and how were they when they were here? Was their energy down and the buildings got broken down and nobody repaired broken windows like in Freakonomics? And then we came to find graffiti on the subway. Then we come to find unemployment and violence go up. These are causality loops. They're very real. They're very measurable. Some people can predict them mathematically because the universe is measurable through different lenses. One of the most durable ways we found to measure what's going on in the universe that we don't always see right away or are able to see just with our bare organic sensors, we use mathematics. That's how a football gets through a small hole. That's how a robot comes to repeat that motion, studying the patterns. How does a sharpshooter or a bowman or anybody else that's leading a target connect with it and account for, like Tiger Woods, the air, the wind, the earth, the fire, all the forces, gravity, rain, resistance? How does Tiger Woods play golf so well, like a sharpshooter, hits a target so well, like a bowsman, is in the right place at the right vector when the right prey is present and the right hunter is present and the right tools are present? A natural loop closes. A natural loop closes and natural consequences are presented. They're durable, they're expressible, and rhythm is measurable. Frequency is measurable. The frequency of life and how we as individuals, how our biology as genetics, how our food and plants, even how the iron core, the lava, and our oil moves through vectors and what happens next is measurable. We can't predict the next lottery number because that's not part of how the stars are set. It's not part of how the sun's induction comes to act upon the world. It might influence the shape of the ball, the speed of the air, but there's too many other factors that are outside and artificial that are the numbers on those ping pong balls. And therefore, things like gambling, addictions, and changing what words mean is a form of confusion, misdirection, control, and some would even call it mysticism or magic. When someone comes to say something so well that it comes true, and someone would call it evil. When someone sees ahead of you so well that they close all the doors faster so that you have less opportunities. They put bigger barriers in your place just to see you suffer. And we would call this, in medical terms, narcissism, dark triad, illusions of grandeur, and trying to act out in a way that makes things a negative outcome for others. So the contrast between where you sitting still is and the outcome of the other allows your inertia to seem like it's worth more than all the energy you're spending by running that other person around in circles with your lies, your fancy little magic tricks, and your misdirections. And when people are so narcissistic that they have a break with their own understanding, they come to believe everything they say is so real that the other people in their lives are the ones hurting them. But if we sit with that for a minute and understand where pain and feeling comes from, where pain and emotion comes from, and how people can go from trauma to peaceful or peaceful to shock and trauma, we see that it's big changes in energy states. And we see that those states change when our predictions cannot be accurate because the world or the person that we come to trust in that world keeps changing what they say is true, making them the victim when in reality they're acting negatively on us and changing the narrative in their head and then believing it. So that every room they walk into, just like a racial bias, causes them to see other people as being like they are. But most people don't want pain. Most people don't want to hurt animals. Most people don't want their children to be abandoned or to abandon their children. And as I understand in my lived experience, most women do not want to be abused. Most innocents do not want to be lied to and confused about what's right and what's wrong. Is this real? Do gifts come from here? Or do mom and dad work really hard? And when they're present with me, is that worth more than any tokens? And is understanding how mom and dad make food to feed me safe and clean more important than any color, any wrapper, or any binding, or any other understanding that we could share with our children? Clean food, free education, a way to understand and see each other, a way to know when people are changing what's going on, a way to talk to them peacefully and share free food and clean knowledge with them so that they can come to understand they're not broken. Many pressures of the world and situations have come to create a vector that's turned their energy so down low that they act out at or below their prefrontal cortex. They are fight, flight, or freeze. The majority of their decisions are not made from a settled state. I would know this because I once was so traumatized and in shock. All of my decisions were going wrong. Everything that normally went well in my life stopped going well in my life. As I found my inner peace, connecting with my understanding of where my trauma came from and the many layers that contributed to it and how it settled in my spinal cord, in my body, and the parts of my mind that connect to that, as we see in the polyvagal theory, as we see in Hinduism understanding, and as we read more clearly in Sanskrit about how we are in this world, and as the Islam religion might say, and as the Catholic religion says, and as many say, under one? No, of one God, one true, many ways to experience, not interpret, not change the meaning of. God gives us the opportunity to experience godliness based on our vector, our family, our culture, our continent, our geography, our resources, come to influence our religion, our understanding, and the stories we tell of our connection with God. One, He sends His love and power to all of us every day. That sun rises. It will come out tomorrow. How many songs, how many artists, how many paintings, how many understandings and meanings when you adjust the blanket, the Markov blanket, remove your blinders or put on different glasses and hear. So many people say, one love, let's get together. We are all children. We want to play, play, play. Bang on that drum all day. Make some rhythm that we connect with, like a tribal community, like a Native American community. Where did tobacco and smoking come from? What's a peace pipe? Why did people gather to tell stories about God? And how stories about God become so fractionated and fractal through religion that the very instrument that we've tried to use to keep understanding together, the very way that we have looked upon books and come to say books are the carriers of civilization, and the way we could look at books that may have a scary front on them and then flip them over and see that certainly doesn't look very scary in the end, and then come to read these pages and also see that immigrants left lands because they were being lied to. They found natives that showed them nature, and in some cases it was such a shock to both parties. Their energy turned down and they acted negatively upon each other in the world. They shot each other, they murdered each other, and they hurt each other. There's no zero in mathematics the way we've measured it. There's a loop. When we act out, we act in. When we act in so negatively, we stay stuck in our trauma. We don't come to that peaceful understanding. And we get stuck in those vectors. Time doesn't matter. Time does not heal all passage of time shows us we've got to be active and present for that healing to happen, for the understanding to happen. We have to get rid of the noise, not let the cover of a book stop us from understanding that a world-class executive, Michael Polzin, a regenerative architect, and a former felon, and many people that have had lots of opportunity, and many people that have had no opportunity, can come together peacefully, even if they've robbed, lied, cheated, and stole from each other before. They can come together with new understanding, and that loop comes back around differently. And we're nicer to each other because we saw how we got there. And we share with each other because we all want to have a turn. And we see each other's success as our own contribution back out into the world, not the Joneses have more, so I have to go up a level. No. The Smiths have less, so I need to share more so we can all be balanced. The Joneses have less, so I'll share more so we can all be balanced. A homeless person, their health is down. If we feed them and give them a free shelter, they'll find balance. Their energy will spiral up like the Fibonacci conch shell. They will be able to learn meditation and yoga and ways to be with their body and mind at the same time presently. And a homeless person, the exact same way after a car crash or a coma, will reorganize. They'll reorganize in a way that they better understand the signals. They got moved around. This part of our nervous system got severed, but it regenerated. It's still coming up this way. We reorganize around that new pattern and we come to walk again. We reorganize around that pattern after trauma. We come to understand ourselves better. And when the body and mind heal together, we are here in the world and we see each other with understanding. We see peace. We see everything. It's unlimited opportunity, unlimited power, free food, free education, free cooperation. Open borders. The only lines on a map are for cartographers, so we can better navigate the headwinds and take advantage of the tailwinds, and know when we're on the leeward side, and know that together we can go on the wayward side. There's unlimited resources, no scarcity, as long as when we arrive, we explain to each other, we come in peace, family. We all come in peace. If you're waiting for something to come down, start looking for something to come out from within first, and then see what you can see in the skies and beyond. But you can't see out there until you fully understand how you see all the way in here. And you'll see how beautiful you are and how you're making all of this happen. You are saving the world. You are ending oppression. You are exiting slavery forever. You are universally, naturally intelligent. And when you understand, you can and you will do anything. You already are being anything and everything you want to be. Do it fully. Don't be embarrassed. And if you're stuck, find a friend to ask for help. We will help each other get to the next vector. Rising love makes all peace. Open all the boxes. Hope was never gone. Discovery, measurement, observational understanding are always with us. Love to all brothers and sisters. We all come in peace. We go in peace. Let's keep it peaceful. And let's be loud. I feel for all of us, sons of God, S-U-N, lowercase s, capital G-O-D, through and with love, peace, hope, and universal understanding. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate